With a little pond seem to be moving around awful well, what they are of them. Ain't they beautiful? And the bachelor buck, they're growing them horns back nice. You can see here. But all the little animals is moving around good too. So stick around. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the foothills of the Smoky. Another chapter of As the Ridge Turns here in East Tennessee. Now, we've had some good storms here and some good rain, but now it's turning hot. And right here, these slowly but surely, these old growth trees on this ridge, either storm damaged, insects, disease, they're going one by one, these 100-year-old plus trees. But that's nature. The pond, it's looking nice. It's so growed up, it's like a jungle down here. But the animals seem to really love it. So I want you to enjoy yourself. Stick around. Get you a cool drink. And take it easy. And let's see who stepped in front of the camera and who didn't. Well, here at the pond, bucks seem to enjoy this place awful well. And they run around in little groups this time of year, little bachelor groups they call them. And you can see they're growing their antlers back nice. Now, they're moving around real good. You can see them here. Good antlers. They'll be good here this fall. Beautiful deer. And out in the woods, the does is eating on these old trees, that damaged trees during the storm. They love the leaves off of it. And there's a precious picture of a doe and her little fawn. Ain't it precious? So precious. What view. I don't see the triplets this year like I did last year. And there's a coon out late in the day, getting early start. Looks like Rocky too. And there's old Yeller, making his rounds out in this ridge. And there late in the evening, there's Mommy and her doe. Mommy and her fawn. Here she is again. But the coyotes ain't got this one yet. So precious. And the rock, there's old Dirty Dan moving through. Out prowling around on a wet morning. And then here in the rocks, all these little bugs and stuff, the birds are having a good time. There's a wren, like he got him a moth. And there's old Woody, the thrush, got him a centipede. And there's a robin, got him a worm. These insects are out everywhere, of all types. And there's little Chucky. Looks like he got one. But he's too busy on other things too. Beautiful little woodchuck. And there's old Dirty Dan moving through again. But it don't take him long. He comes back. He got to say hi to the camera. He's a camera hog. Hello, Dirty Dan. And there's Woody again, posing for the camera. Beautiful little thrush. And here's a rare glimpse of a little cardinal up close. Yep, on a rainy day. And here's a little mating pair. Little cardinal, male and female, running together. And back at the tree, old Dirty Dan's marking his spot again. And he's on the move, but he's also cautious. And there's a rare glimpse of Mr. and Mrs. Dirty Dan. And up the rock, here's a comical picture of old Dirty Dan. Out coming in and eating, thought he was going to jump on top of that rock. Thought wrong, didn't he? You got to go on back there a little bit. That's comical. Well, on a hot day, ain't nothing better than doing what Dirty Dan's doing. Just stretching out on a good old cool rock there. Taking it easy. My kind of day. But I guess he figures out that it's cooler up under the rock. So he's gonna head in. Now here's a rare glimpse of Mr. and Mrs. out fooling around. Gonna go for a stroll, I guess. Dirty Dan's awful excited. And this is the actual sound of them on this camera. They fussing a little bit, ain't they? But they finally just head on their way. And here's an actual sound of Woody on his little perch at the Rotep Motel singing. Ain't that beautiful? And out in the woods, on these trails, these bucks, you're liable to see one anywhere, these young bucks. Beautiful young deer. Now here late in the evening, just before dark, rare glimpse of a bobcat moving through one of the cameras. Rare glimpse to see them. Now you see them, now you don't. Up the den trees, coons out moving around, coming off the ridge. Moving on through. And there's a fox. He's out prowling around this evening. And there is old Flat Top down in the cedars. I did catch one owl this week. They're down in the cedars. They're eating these bugs, these katydids, and these little field mice that's after the katydids too. So this is a rare treat for them. When the katydids are gone, the owls will go back to the big trees. And there's a fox out making his rounds on the trail. Haven't seen no young ones, but I know they're there. Now looks like old Rocky too moving through. Checking things out, looking for bugs, whatever he can scrounge. And there's old Willie moving through too. And there's old Wishbone moving through. Ain't seen him in a while. And there's old Spike. Ain't seen him in a while either. He's still around. And there's Flash. He's a rare one too. And there's old Flat Top moving up the ridge. And there's Mr. and Mrs. Rocky. That ain't Bandit, because they got all their eyes. So I know it ain't Bandit. I ain't seen Bandit this week. There's Willie moving down the cut in the rock. And there's Wishbone right behind him. I'm sorry, Sidewinder. They got so many names. There's Sidewinder again. Getting the well off, getting around awful well. Beats a handicap. Bless its heart. And there's old Yaller moving through. One-eyed house cat. Just a feral cat. And down at the pond, business as usual. You just can't see them, it's so growed up. That time of year, all these weeds. But they're there. If I get in front of the camera, I get a good picture like this. But they're there. All night long unless something runs them off. Another day unfolds. The deer at the pond. They love this pond. All these different grasses. And there's a little young buck in the cut in the rocks. There's so many rocks on this ridge, they can only certain places they really cross. So it funnels them in these rocks. But ain't they beautiful? They just forge around on these leaves. And when a storm gets a tree down, if it's a certain tree, they love them leaves. They'll wear them out. But they mosey around all day. Here's a doe with no fawn behind her. But it's time for the squirrels. They're at it all the time. And they're so comical. That tail on that one. So comical. And this one's eating a mushroom. So he's wearing it out, ain't he? They like him mushrooms, all this wet spell. But I guess he tidies up a little bit before dinner and he's on his way. They're so comical. So, that's just what stepped in front of the cameras, guys. I hope you enjoy these little videos. Some more, I don't get as many views as I should on these things. So I want to thank you all for watching. God bless, and I'll see you next time.